on, show your love for the Jackson family, everybody. To God be the glory for the things that he's done, he's doing, and he will do. And the whole church said, amen. If you can take your seats for our time together, and we've got to move this back end of the celebration. Our friends at Leakin Sons have shared that we are on the clock to get to the cemetery, and so please, on this back end, if we can stick to the 2 minutes. Like many of you have had the privilege to travel around the world with Reverend Jackson, we have all seen him make calls to presidents, to heads of state, take calls from presidents and heads of state. He can stand in one place, reach around the world, or stand in one place and have the world reaching for him. And so with that thought in mind, we move to an international block as he has advised presidents, governments, countries all around the world, and all the way from South Africa. If we can please all stand and welcome the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa.
Thank you, Program Director. The family of the late Reverend Jesse Jackson, congressmen and women who are here present, the Mayor of Chicago and the leadership of this organization, friends and colleagues. Program Director, I heard you say that if you are not a Jackson, you can only speak for 2 minutes. But I have traveled 14,000 kilometers. Which is 9,000 miles over 24 hours. And Jesse Jackson's story and relationship with South Africa can never be told in 2 minutes. So indulge me in my 30 minutes. I will tell the story. The people of South Africa are with you today as you lay to rest a great man, and as you celebrate a remarkable life that altered the moral direction of a nation and inspired the conscience of the world. We are here to join you as you say farewell to a man who carried a message of hope from the streets of Chicago to the streets of Soweto in Johannesburg. But today we are also here as South Africans to lay claim to Reverend Jesse Jackson as one of our own, and to say he does not belong to you only, he also belongs to us. But we lay claim on him because he first laid claim on us. He chose us. You may ask, how can a son of South Carolina belong to the people of Soweto? How can a man born in segregated African American or American South be claimed by the people of a faraway land that was bedeviled by the racist system of apartheid? Well, I'll tell you how, and I'll tell you why. Belonging is not determined by the soil on which you were born. Belonging is determined by the soil on which you choose to join the fight against an evil system. In the long and painful years of our struggle, when the voices of our people were often silenced, Jesse Jackson chose to belong to us by raising his voice against apartheid on our behalf. When our cause was ignored and many would look away and walk away, he stood firm in his solidarity with us. He looked at the people he had never met and said, "Your pain is my pain. The chains that bind you are my chains. Your struggle for freedom is my struggle as well."
Chers membres de la famille du révérend Jesse Jackson,
members of the Reverend Jesse Jackson's family,
distingués invités, mesdames et messieurs,
ladies and gentlemen,
c'est avec une profonde émotion et un grand respect que je prends la parole aujourd'hui au nom.
Looks fantastic because of the care and the concern that they've given to him. They've driven him 1,400 miles across this country, connected us to United Airlines, brought him back with grace and special care. Let's hear it for Chicago's finest, Spencer and Henrietta Leak. Come on, nobody does it better. Nobody could do it better. And nobody could love this family like the Leak family. And now we'll hear from that songbird who turned that service around, in my opinion, yesterday. Can y'all give it up for Opal Staples? Come on, everybody, Opal Staples.
And their lovely wives. Come on, let's give them a great big hand. Show your love for the brothers of Reverend Jackson and their lovely wives. All right, everybody, we're almost there. We look forward to dear friends of Reverend Jackson coming at this time. One of the greatest comedians ever, a friend of all of ours, a dear friend to me, Mr. Chris Tucker. Following, Reverend Dr. Otis Moss Jr. In that order. Come on, let's give Chris a great big hand.
No, this is unbelievable. I mean, I got to tell y'all my little story. Hey there, sir. A lot of preachers in here. A lot of morticians, too, ask me, am I feeling okay? Now, y'all leave me alone. I'm not going nowhere. No, this is beautiful. I got to tell y'all how I met the Reb really quick. I met the Reb through Willie Gary. We was all in New York, and everybody know Willie Gary got a plane. And I asked Mr. Gary, I was doing a movie about being the first black president. This was before Barack Obama. And I said, I want to meet Jesse Jackson because I want to ask him some questions. He said, oh, okay, no problem. You know, Willie Gary. And he's going to be on my plane. Go to the plane, and you can talk to him. I went to the plane, private airport, and I was just going to get on there to talk for a second and get off. But when I got on, they closed the door. And I said, hold up, Reb, I just want to talk to you for a second. He said, put your seatbelt on, shut up. I said, well, I don't have no stuff. Where are we going? He said, I don't know. And he asked Lamel McMorris, who worked with him at the time. He asked Lamel, where we going? Lamel said, I don't know. So we sitting on this plane, and we about to take off. We took off. I said, well, maybe I'll have some good time. This is what God meant with the Reverend Jesse Jackson. And we was getting ready to talk, and Reverend fell asleep on me. He just fell right to sleep. And I said, Lamel, what's going on, man? Where we going? He said, I don't know, Doc. I don't know. We end up in somewhere, I don't know where, but it was for somebody's grandmother who passed away. Reb flew all the way out there for somebody's family to support them. And I was like, oh, okay. And we said hello to everybody. They kind of knew who I was too. And then I thought that was good. We went to the plane, and I thought we was going back. We went to somebody else's funeral in another state. I said, wait a minute, Reb. Y'all done kidnapped me. He said, let be calm. We're going to take you back. So I said, okay, maybe we can talk. We can talk for a little bit because we had a little time. He took his nap. He was up. He was good. And I remember the Reb told me some wisdom I'll never forget, because we was flying in that plane to the second funeral. And he said, Chris, the thing about flying like this so much, you miss the details. You miss the details. And I realized how much he sacrificed and gave to so many people and came and supported to his people, for his people and other people and the world. He missed so much, and he worked so hard. And that's when I realized work ethic. He had a work ethic I'd never seen in my life. I knew I was lazy compared to what he was doing. Because every time I saw him, he was doing something, going somewhere and doing something important. And I remember one time, and I told you about the movie I was doing, and Reb introduced me to President Clinton. At the time, he was the president of the United States in 1999. He introduced me to the president. I'm a little kid from Decatur, Georgia. And he took me into the White House. At that time, Reb had a key to the White House. We walked in there, he had house shoes on. He was like, come follow me, stay close, boy. Mr. President, this is Chris Tucker. This is Chris Tucker right here. He butchered my name, but it was Chris Tucker. Clinton didn't know who I was. Who is that? I love you. Chelsea loves you. I like you. You said something about your movie about Chelsea. I like you a lot. You know how the Rev, he was like, I told you I was going to do that. President of the United States. I'll never forget that. But then he just topped it off one time. My mom's was in the hospital with dealing with something real serious. And I'm there with the family. I'm not expecting nobody but the family. I look up and I see Reverend Jesse Jackson at the hospital in Atlanta, where I'm from. At the hospital to see a little old boy from Decatur, Georgia's mama. And I look good too. I was like, Mama Rev here. See what I got here for you, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. See. And she said, oh, the Rev showed up for me in so many ways, introduced me to people I never would have met in my life, like President Clinton at the time, and coming to see my mama meant more than everything to me. So I love you, Rev. God bless you. I know you're in heaven right now, making people laugh, because he loved to tell me a joke every time he saw me. He was like, Chris, what the Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall for? I didn't know what he was saying, but it was funny because he always rhymed every time he said something. Humpty Dumpty was never on the wall, Chris. I said, say it again, Noel. You should have heard it. I love y'all. Thank you, family. Mother Jackson, you are so beautiful. Where's Miss Jackson at? I love you so much. Thanks for having me and the Jackson family. Y'all are doing a wonderful job. I know your dad, granddad is proud of y'all. This is a celebration, and I'm inspired to do great things, and I'm going to keep it going. God bless you. Watching online yesterday. This is longer than Aretha's funeral. Yesterday, took the family seat.